This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with a Frigidaire dishwasher that's making a lot of noise during the wash cycle due to a faulty circulation motor. So we're going to be replacing that. I'm going to unplug it and we're going to be removing it from the cabinet. So I'm actually going to take off the drain hose off of the air gap up here by the sink. So I'm going to push the air gap down below the sink to make it easier to get the drain tube off of the air gap. So I'm going to remove that. I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to turn off the water supply and then take out this lower basket. And there's a couple of screws I have to unloosen at the top that are holding the dishwasher to the cabinet. They're just Phillips head screws. So zip those out. And sometimes you have to raise up the feet a little bit to get the dishwasher out. But usually you can just wiggle it out. Take your time. Make sure the hoses are all coming out with you. And maybe have a towel out so that when you lay it down, if a little water comes out, you'll be okay. Here's a circulation motor, and we're going to remove this little modular connector. Pops right out. It's actually a really easy repair. It's two Phillips head screws that we have to pull out here on this bracket. And then we're going to grab the bracket and just pull it towards you. Wiggle it and pull it, and then once that's out, that whole circulation motor can come out. Just going to wiggle it, pull it, and it'll pull right out of the sump. There we go. And I noticed when I turned it that the impeller was making a little bit of noise. I think the bearing probably was worn out. I'm just going to make sure I clean the inside of the sump here before I put in the new one. But playing with this circulation motor as compared to the new one makes a little bit of racket when I turn it by hand, and the new one doesn't. Here's the new one. Here's the old one. New one. Old one. So yeah, that one's definitely worn out. We're going to either transfer the old O-rings over to the new one, or you can buy this little kit that comes with brand new O-rings. That'd be the best bet because the rubber's in better shape. So we're going to put the big O-ring on first. That goes on the bottom. Just slip it on. It has a little groove that it fits in. And we're going to put the small O-ring on the top. And that just makes a watertight seal when you put the circulation pump back in. Just making sure it's nice and clean. There's the small one. I'm going to add a little bit of hand soap or dishwasher detergent, liquid detergent, to the O-ring as a lubricant, and that makes it a little bit easier to put the circulation motor back into the sump. There we go. We're going to just bend back down to the sump, and we're going to put that in with the modular connector facing us. I'm going to push it in as far as it'll go, and we're going to put the bracket back in there to hold it. Push it in there, and I'm going to actually thump it in with the heel of my hand. Use a hammer if you need to. You got to make sure it goes all the way up to where it meets the circulation motor, and we put in those two screws to hold it in. So easy on this model. If you're doing this on a Miele dishwasher, it would be about 4 times longer job. There we go. We'll put in the modular connector. Pretty much done. We just got to get the thing upright and back into the cabinet, get everything hooked up. I'm going to put this water line back through the hole. Set it back upright. Push it all the way back into the cabinet. And we got to just hook everything back up, hook up the water line, drain line, power, and we can test it. So it sounds good. I'm just going to use my flashlight, make sure there's no leaks before I put the bottom panel back on. Looks great. And no more making a high-pitched squeal. So back to normal. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance.